Tonight, the mystery of the missing 6 minutes on the 32nd floor of Mandalay Bay. New developments tonight in the Vegas massacre investigation that shed light on a haunting question. Could the shooter have been stopped? Trace Gallagher, live in our West Coast newsroom with these new developments. Hi, Trace.
Hi, Martha. I want to emphasize that Las Vegas police have not said exactly when the first 911 call came in from Mandalay Bay security or anybody else inside the hotel. The Associated Press is now citing a U.S. official who says the hotel waited until after Stephen Paddock opened fire on concertgoers before notifying police. That is huge because we know at 9:59 when security guard Jesus Campos was shot in the leg, he radioed and/or called security about the shooting. And seconds later, maintenance worker Stephen Schuck radioed this. Listen.
Call the police. Someone's firing a gun up here. Someone's firing a rifle on the 32nd floor down the hallway.
Right. Call police. The concert shooting began at 10:05 p.m., meaning 6 minutes went by before police were notified that a gunman was holed up on the 32nd floor. But MGM, which owns Mandalay, is again disputing police, saying, quote, the 9:59 p.m. time was derived from a Mandalay Bay report manually created after the fact without the benefit of information we now have. We are now confident that this time stated in the report is not accurate. MGM believes Stephen Paddock began firing at concertgoers within 40 seconds after Jesus Campos reported that shots were fired, and that Vegas Metro police officers and Mandalay Bay security immediately responded to the 32nd floor. But now the lawyer for Paige Gasper, who was shot and injured at the concert and has filed a lawsuit against MGM and others, says that if police were not notified until after the shooting, that's a problem. Watch.
Was 911 called, and the whole chain of command seemed to have broken down here because for 6 minutes nothing happened, and then this criminal started shooting at these innocent people.
Vegas Metro Police say even though Jesus Campos was shot before the attack in the concert, not after, he still prevented Stephen Paddock from fully implementing his plan, saying the fact that Paddock had a gas mask in his room and explosives in his car suggests he may have wanted to continue his rampage on a different target. Meantime, 11 days, still no closer to a motive, and the FBI admits being a bit baffled. Martha.
Trace, thank you so much. So here now with more, two people with years of experience in these types of investigations. Mark Furman, former LAPD detective and a Fox News contributor, and Terry Turchi, former Deputy Assistant Director of the FBI's Counterterrorism Division. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to have both of you with us tonight. Terry, let me start with you. When you hear that dispute over the time clock here, what goes through your mind?
Well, I'm sure Mark would agree with this. When you're working in a command post, when you're working in the moment after something tragic like this has happened, all kinds of information is coming in. And like we saw in San Bernardino, one of the things going on while you're trying to literally take care of people who've been shot and hurt and are dying is you're also trying to get any lead that's out there that might help you get to the people who are responsible quicker. And we found in San Bernardino there was the question of the black limousine, the black van, and you know, they traced the license plate, and within you know, the hour, I think they were out there by the address for this van. My point is, there's a lot of information that comes in. You're the person in charge. You're trying to filter through all this. You've got people around you. And the information you get and the timeline that starts coming together early on certainly is not going to be static, and it's not going to be what you end up with a few days later. I don't know exactly why this discrepancy exists. I do know there's an attorney that's talking about this. So we're going to hear a lot of things in the next few days that, again, are going to make it difficult for people like us to really know what all the exact specific facts are. And I'm still confident that as all this comes together and gets sorted out, we wade through it, it will all make sense, and all of these questions will be answered.
Yeah. Mark, you know, we played it before. Call the police. This is from Mr. Schuck, the security guy, the security man who was up there. Someone's fired a gun on the 32nd floor down the hallway. I mean, it's a very specific call that went out, according to the records that we have so far, at 9:59.
Well, Martha, you're correct, and I agree with the director and everything he said. But when you look at this, you have a non-professional emergency type person that is handling hotel reservations or possibly a security desk that's getting this call. Shots fired. Nobody said automatic weapons fire. They said shots fired.
He said a rifle. Someone up here has a rifle.
Right. Right. So at 9:59, if everything is perfect and pure, the call goes out, 911 call goes out at exactly 10 o'clock. By 10:17, you have a SWAT team outside of the door who's already made contact with a wounded man. I think that's outstanding response time. And before that, we have 6 officers that came up the stairway, at least partially. They were on the 31st floor, and they heard the automatic weapons fire, which was firing on the crowd. It stopped. They advanced and waited for the SWAT team. They did everything right. And I think this missing 6 minutes might be because the hotel security, hotel personnel, the manager, whoever, they kind of hesitated before they actually called the police or tried to make it bigger than it could be. That is a problem.
If Mandalay Bay waited until the large portion of the shooting began, that's not going to sit well with them. And you know, that's the question. Either they hesitated for some reason to let the police know that there had been a shooting at their hotel, or they let them know right away, and there was 6 minutes, which, you know, I know that you say they went as quickly as they could, but 6 minutes is a pretty decent chunk of time during which somebody might have been able, a police officer who was, you know, posted at the hotel, somebody who is right near that property, could have made it up there. Let me let Terry Churchy weigh in on that.
I want to disagree with you on that, Martha. You have a man that has known automatic weapons in the room, already fired couple hundred rounds through the wall and the door at one man, and he's wounded. Right. You're not going to have your regular patrol officer attempt an entry into a door in a very narrow space inside of a hotel room. It's just, this is a SWAT situation that they need to blow the door off, and they need to have flashbangs, and they need to have the possibility of actually not having an officer go down and kill the suspect.
All right. Terry Churchy, thank you. Mark Fuhrman, thanks as always. Good to see you both tonight. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.